that I aired yesterday. So thank you all who sent them in. If I do miss your questions or you just came in too late and you forgot to ask, don't worry. On Monday, we'll do a live Q&A. So I'll be able to take your questions live. Geopolitical, so we will go over the hot topics, the news, things of the world. So we'll be doing that on Monday as well. So don't hesitate if you feel like, oh man, I forgot to put my question in. You still have a chance. But I do have 8 of them that we'll be going over today and a reading for the day. So spirit message for today and see what's going on for the weekend too. So we're going to get right into it. But before I do, I want to share screen. If you haven't heard, I am going to be teaching a class every Saturday beginning May 3rd. So I'm going to share screen right now. So May 3rd to June 7th, if you'd like to be a part of this class, it's to enhance your intuition. Also, I'm going to be teaching the cards, crystal ball, and just how you can really engage and really connect. I will be doing most of these classes at my favorite park, which you guys saw the video yesterday at the park where I will be doing that. So if you are interested, it's only $33. And what you would need to do is contact my email, starcanashores@gmail.com. And that's where I will send you all the information. I am going to put that in the on the little banner here. Here we go. Intuitive enhancement class. If you want to sign up, starcanashores@gmail.com. I'll send you all the information. But I'm really excited for that. It's opening a new door and a new direction for this channel, for myself. As you all know, I'm always outside now, and I'm really barely inside at all. So it's really opening me up with my channeling. A lot of you are now going to have your one-on-one readings that you schedule with me on my website. I will be doing them all outside, probably at that park as well. So FaceTime's available if you don't want to Zoom. Totally cool with that, because then I can do it at the park. So it's really opening up another chapter. But what I'm trying to tell you is being out in nature, being outside more than inside, you are going to enhance your abilities and really open yourselves up, because that's what's happening to me, and I know it can happen for you. So that's what this class is about. It's not only about reading cards, reading energy, but it's about engagement and really getting in tune and coming within and learning how to listen. That's the key, learning to listen, but also trust what you're hearing. So I'll be going through all of that. It's going to be beautiful. This will be a beginner's class, and then I will do an intermediate class in advanced after that, and then it'll restart. So if you can't get in this time, then you will have another chance as the months progress. So don't feel like you've got, this is your only chance, because it's not. I'll be doing this again. We're going to keep it going. This is something I've always wanted to do. And a lot of you have pushed me and said, hey, when are you going to do your class? Well, here you go. It's now. Now is the time. So here we go. I'm just so excited. So go to starcanashores@gmail.com if you'd like to sign up. It's only $33, and it's for a month. So every Saturday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. It'll be a lot of fun. But hey, let's get into it. I'm going to take that down for a second. We're going to go through the questions that you sent in. We're going to start with, I believe I have 8 of you that commented yesterday with questions about geopolitical. So we're going to start with Kathy. Kathy wrote in also. So will Hillary, the witch Clinton, will she be exposed to the public by the end of April 2025 or May 2025? What comes next in this chess game? Here we go. Will Hillary Clinton, the witch, be exposed to the public by the end of the month of April, or is it going to be in May? Here we go. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see what that's about. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. I know that means that things are turning, like they're working on something. They're gathering things. They already have everything. They have it all, right? So we're just like waiting. We're like, when is this going to happen? And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. So we're getting a lot of earth energy. And then we also have the 2 of Wands, and we have the Emperor. So it is coming pretty soon. When we're looking at numbers, we have 12, 13, 14. The number 14 is here. So let me ask, is it within the next 2 weeks? I mean, it's already the 25th here of April. So is it within the next 2 weeks? Here we go. Star card, transformation, Knight of Cups. So it's going to come out slowly. They're going to release things slowly about her. It's not all going to be all at once. So slowly they're going to show us how she's been involved, I feel, with other politicians, also the trafficking, all that stuff. So slowly her name's going to keep coming up. That's what I'm hearing. Her name's going to keep coming up in more exposures that they have about other people. She will always be included. She'll always be, it's always going to go back to that family, the Clintons, in the Bushes. I feel like all of them, you know, their names are just going to continuously come up. So I would say more likely in May that we're going to see a lot of that disclosure coming about. And it makes a lot of sense because we know that she's involved in the, I have to be careful, in the blood stuff, right? I'll just say that. In the blood stuff and all of that. But we also know that the Vatican, it all leads back to the Vatican as well. And the trafficking. Hey, if I get taken down, you guys, let me share screen. Go to Instagram or Facebook. Okay, Instagram, it's Starcanashores 11. On Facebook, I'm just Starcanashores, and you can find me. But anyways, that's if I get taken down. The links will be in my description of the video. But yes, so since the blood stuff ties in with Hillary, ties in with all of it, right? Hollywood, everything. But it all leads back to the Vatican, the Pope, the church, all of that. So I feel like it's just, they're getting it all together. It's going to be a domino effect. But this has really opened up a can of worms here publicly. We already know the Pope's been gone before they announced it the other day, Monday. So we already know. But now this is just for the public to expose. But yeah, it's going to be released gradually. So I would say more likely in May. But thank you, Kathy, for your question. And then we have another question from Chris O'Neill, 764. Will the church have another pope or put it on hold as they expose the darkness in all their history and ties around the world? So let's take a look. Are they going to just throw someone else in there, or is this going to be on hold? What's going to happen now? Let's take a look. Let's see. Great question. Queen of Pentacles. So Pentacles, remember, and I'll be teaching this in my class, Pentacles are slow, okay? So it's earth. Slow is like the Pentacles and the Cups. That's slow. But then we do have some fire, okay? So it's going to be very unexpected who they put in. So I do feel, because this is a new start, a new chapter, it's someone new that they're going to put in there. But let's ask if this person is actually a good soul, or is this someone, another dark person, so that they can expose them. Let's take a look. We have the Six of Cups and we have the Tower card. Okay, so it's another person that's of the dark, or that has done dark things, but they're going to expose this person. So it's almost like as they introduce the person, they're going to expose this person at the same time. So I feel like it's also going to upset a lot of people, whoever this person is. So we'll have to investigate that more. It's very interesting, but it is going to upset people. I don't think they're going to like who they're going to put in. They're going to wonder why they're putting this person in. But I think that this individual has a lot of connections to the darkness, and it's going to give them, you know, more to expose. So that's what I'm seeing. Again, I could be wrong, but that's what's coming through. Okay. But we'll have to see. We'll investigate that. We'll continuously look at that as things progress and see what they do. Thank you so much, Chris, for your question. The next question is from, and I have like little bugs around here. Ruth Boyce. Okay, so Ruth Boyce is asking, is the governor of Maryland, Westmoore, a 1.0 or 2.0, as he has ruined the state of Maryland? So let's take a look at the governor, Westmoore. What's the deal with him? Is it a 1.0 or 2.0? Is it really him? Let's take a look. The Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Wands. I feel like it's a 2.0 version. I really do. And then we also feel, you know, when we have the Hierophant, what I feel, what's coming through is like returning back, restoring. So I feel like they're going to restore Maryland with this version. Okay, this other version. I think that there's great restoration here. Three of Cups. 3, think of the Trinity, the number 3. Okay, so there is a lot of goodness to that number, the 3. Then you have the Ace of Wands. Okay, that's also progressing for the greater good. Knight of Cups is goodness to the people. So I see restoration for Maryland, and I do believe this is a 2.0 version. And I do feel he's controlled. So controlled in a good way to do what's right. So we'll see. Thank you for your question, Ruth Boyce. That was awesome for Maryland. Now we have, let's address this for Indigenous Spirit, the shooter in Pennsylvania in Butler. Okay, from the summer, right? That character. Why no information? There is actually quite a bit of information. I don't know if you watch Benny Johnson, but he's done quite a few shows on this. But there is information about him. But all in all, in my opinion, I feel like this is also kind of staged and planned to be this way, because it's trying to, like, they're trying to use this to expose the government, to expose how the government has always been against, you know, taking out Trump, taking out the good guys, and just trying to show you how set up this was. It was all a big setup, and that's what they've done for years through everything. So it's just another part of exposure. But I really, really recommend you to go to Benny Johnson's channel. Look for, he has, I think, like 3 shows on this, and I agree with what he's saying, but I definitely feel that it's all to expose, you know, what the information they have on him is to expose how set up it is, how hired he was, just like the guy out here in West Palm and Mar-a-Lago. That guy was also staged and hired and planted. So it's all a scheme. But yeah, check it out. I recommend Benny Johnson's for sure. Go to his channel. Sungazer, let's see your question. Sungazer, will there be a formal investigation of Princess Diana's burial site? Let's see. Will there be a formal investigation of Princess Diana's burial site? Queen of Cups, the Moon card, 4 of Cups. I think this will be in the future. I don't think it's anytime soon, but it is a yes. And then we have the illusion here. So I do think it will be disclosed that it wasn't legit. It was staged. It was made up as well. So yeah, I do believe this will be uncovered. The 4 of Cups, the Queen of Cups is her, definitely her energy. But the illusion, so yeah, I do believe she's still alive. And I do believe that they will uncover this, but it's not going to be for a while, for sure. But you are right on. You're on to something there. Thank you, Sungazer. Next, we have Liz 6LU. Liz Z 6LU. Ireland and Australia, you would like a read on the direction to come back to wholesome values, children, traditions for a better future. So restoration, restoring Ireland, restoring Australia. So let's do a poll on Ireland. Here we go. Ireland has the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, beautiful energy, King of Wands, and the Strength card. So it will also take some time. Whoops, I dropped one. I gotta grab it. And that card was the Sun card. So there you go. So you have some great healing here, strength. You have a lot of Leo energy. I'm going to ask if it's by August for Ireland, that because August is Leo, end of July, August. So we're going to ask if you're going to see a great change by that time. We have so much fire there, especially with the Queen of Wands and King of Wands. But the Queen of Pentacles pretty much says it all. All right, that says that there's going to be stability. It's going to come back to wholesome values, absolutely. So for Ireland, let me ask, because I feel like it's this summer that you guys are going to see drastic change by July and August. Here we go. And I feel like it's leadership for sure, as I feel, I see, I hear it, the leadership. New leadership coming in and protection. So absolutely, I would say by July, August, Leo season. Great changes for Ireland. Now let's take a look for Australia. So the read on direction. So to restore Australia. Australia's been through it too. So let's take a look. Five of Cups. So 5s, remember, are changes in numerology. So that's a good thing. But also for Australia, So what is good, what is left that's good about Australia right now with their leadership and government? So there's things that need to be tweaked. There's people that need to be replaced. So this also represents loss and change. So that's replacement when you're talking about a place and government and how to restore. So that's replacing people. Let's take a look further into this. Yep. All right, so there's a bigger transformation. I think Australia needs a lot more work. It's derooting. I'm hearing derooting, so taking out the darkness, taking out the bad people. So you have a lot of replacement energy coming in. Death and rebirth. So there is death and rebirth for Australia. Then we have the Two of Cups. It looks like Australia is going to join forces possibly with another country, okay? I feel like there's going to be leadership that's almost like a mentor. Another country is going to mentor Australia to help restore it and bring it back. Let's take a look. Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles. I wonder if Trump will help. I kind of feel that. Seven of Pentacles going back to the past, 10 of Cups. So Australia, it's looking a lot better. But yeah, they're going to have a huge deal, partnership, mentorship with another country. And it's very good. It's going to bring you guys back to that 10 of Cups, to families being back together, old traditions, values, all the good stuff. But yeah, it's a death and a rebirth. Not a real time frame here. I feel like it's going to take, probably over a year or longer. It's going to take some time. But looking good, though, for both places, for sure. Thank you so much from Liz. That was awesome. Now from Judy Nolte, 1251. Will President Trump be firing Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth due to signal chat issues? Here we go. Will President Trump be firing Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth? Yes or no? We're going to keep it simple. Here we go. Oh, 9 of Cups. Oh, yes. He's very happy to do that. And it's a content energy. So the 9, remember, and I put this in my new deck, Eternal Connections. The number 9 is like the grand finale, the judgment. It's the time. So that means he's making that decision now. That's where he's at right now. So he's already made the decision. He just has to do it. The number 10 will be the completion. Okay, so he's almost there to just draw his sword. It's right about there. So it is a yes. Let me see what else comes there. King of Cups, absolutely. Another yes. Okay. So absolutely. Thank you, Judy, for your question. I like that one. Connie Phillips out there in the chat. Shout out to you. Connie wrote me this morning, and she would like to ask this question. Have the military started arrests of the pilots and chemists responsible for chemtrails? Here we go. Has the military started arrests of the pilots and chemists responsible for these chemtrails? 7 of Wands. Okay, so this means that they're still battling it. Okay, so they're in the middle of this, protecting. So they're trying to protect and stop this. Queen of Wands was our second card. King of Wands. So they're on fire. They're speeding things up. They're trying to move things along. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles to return it back to good health. For all people, to stop this nonsense, because it's making people sick. It's creating more and more disaster things. Manipulation of the weather, all that stuff. So they're working on it still. 7 of Wands. I do feel, though, what's coming in without the cards, it's just separately coming in. But it is parts of the country. So it's not every single state is still suffering. I think certain states are recovered. I would have to pull cards on each state. And we should do a show, and you guys just ask about your state. I feel like that's a great idea, again. But I feel like parts of the country are recovered. And yes, there have been arrests, because this is a yes. It's like they're working on it. They're still cleaning it out. They're getting rid of the bad ones. So yes, partially of the country is, but then there are some states that are not, that have not gotten rid of these pilots and chemists. So let me pull and see what is the percentage. I wonder if I could get a number. Lately I've been getting some numbers. So let's see, is there a percentage of how many, states have been cleared and these guys have been taken out? Let's take a look. 2, a 10, and a 3. Okay. So that's not that much. Okay. I mean, that's like 15%. So yeah, they're still working on it, but we do have transformation in the High Priestess. Okay. The High Priestess is a good sign because that means there's renewal. And then the Star card is transformation, rebirth, reinvention. So unfortunately, I'm getting only 15%, maybe 20%. Okay. But yeah, they're processing. They're still attacking this issue for sure. Darn, I was hoping that percentage would be higher. But, you know, a lot of times with spirit, they don't really work with numbers. Lately, I've been getting them, but it doesn't mean that it's matter of fact. But it kind of makes sense since so many states are still having chemtrails that it's only a little bit that have been cleared. But I have to admit, though, here in Florida, South Florida, it hasn't been as bad. I really haven't seen any to take pictures of because usually I take pictures and send it to my friend. But I haven't really seen any. So it's getting better where I am, but I know a lot of you are still going through it, especially on the West Coast too. But let's see. I think that's about all of the questions that came through the video yesterday. So, like I said, if you have questions about the geopolitical and the Trump stuff and all of that, don't worry. We'll do it again on Monday. We'll do live, and you guys can just ask me live, okay? But also, I really want to do a spirit message for today and the weekend forecast. So we're going to do that now. What is the spirit message that we all need to hear today? April 25th, 2025. Here we go. All right, so this is a really good energy. Now, the Tower card is here, so it's not anything upsetting. I feel like this is going to be a weekend of cleansing your energy, cleansing your space. So if you have been stressed lately or depleted in energy, just not feeling like yourself, there's a great cleansing that needs to happen in your home, within relationships, your connections. Cleansing could mean a cutoff. So, you know, taking your energy back and just kind of going within and separating yourself from other people and connections at this time. 5 of Cups, for some of you, this could mean completely ending, letting go of a relationship, letting go of people around you that are just a lower vibe that you cannot be around. So the 5 of Cups, remember, is change, also letting go, loss. Okay, 7 of Swords is a good sign because this means you can strategically, if you don't want to remove these people from your life, strategically just have a whole new routine, have more boundaries, put people in their place and let them know that you're not going to allow them to drain your energy and be an energy vampire. So that's kind of the energy I'm picking up, is there's a lot of you going through this right now. Remember, we have to get away from people pleasing. We can't be too nice to people. You can't just be too nice. They're going to take advantage of you. And we've all learned that lesson. Protect your energy, cleanse your homes. I feel like this is a big one. Completion. Someone or a lot of you are done with a situation. You're just completely done and you're ready to start over and have that cleanse. Maybe some of you need to write down. I do this a lot. You write down things you're done with and then you burn that paper. You kill that contract, that tie, that cord. And then the back of the deck I have to show you, is the 10 of Pentacles is the back of the deck. So family, house, home, cleanse. You need to cleanse, recharge. Maybe you need to move furniture around, feng shui it. But remember, the reflection of your spirituality is how you live and your surroundings. So inside your house, the area where you meditate or whatever, wherever you go within, that's reflecting your spirituality. Also, if you're living in a chaotic home, someone else is causing the chaos. I think that's what this is talking about. Cut it off. This weekend is about boundaries and putting an end to things. It is also in the astrology this week too. I saw the astrology, and that's a lot of the theme as well. So things, whether you end them or not, they will naturally end, and we know this. Tower moments usually happen that way. The universe will interfere. Angels will interfere. God will make it happen. things will end. If you don't end it, the chaos, the drama, the toxic energy, it's going to happen naturally, but it's not always very pleasant when it happens naturally. So it's better if you take it into your own hands and you set boundaries and you be strong and you cut it off. So that was the message for today and the weekend. I know that was a big one, and it's not for everyone. It could be non-relationship related. It could be about a job. It could be about something that you're doing for your nutrition or your health. Take it how it resonates, but something does have to end, and there needs to be an energy clearing and cutting the cord off, cutting it off. That's what I'm getting. So now for my new deck, Eternal Connections. And if you'd like to order this, it's on my website, arcanashores.net. I love these cards. So here we go. I'm going to pull. What does Spirit want to share with us? What do we all need to focus on today and for the weekend? What do we need to focus on to really work on connecting with the Christ consciousness that we all have? Here we go. Wow, this is beautiful. So this is about animals. So the animals that are in your life, but also the animals on the other side. So this is really telling us, it's called Angel Paws Are Near You. Okay, so animals that have passed on the other side. Connect with the memory of a pet that is now one of your guardian angels. You can still communicate with them through prayer and by holding on to a sentimental item that they cherished. Our pets never leave us. They are here to help us heal and to protect us and teach us that love, faithfulness, and loyalty are demonstrated by actions and not words. So think about that for a second. So yes, our pets on the other side, that's what they teach us, and the ones that we have currently. But take a look at that, looking at the people in your life, all right? I'm going to rewind that a little bit. What people in your life are teaching you love, faithfulness, loyalty? Who in your life is demonstrating those actions? Not just saying them, but showing you. So I wanted to rewind that because that kind of goes with our tarot reading. So they continue to protect us when they go to the heavenly realm, our angels on the other side, our pets, and still remain present around us in spirit form. Biblical number 16 is God's perfect love, spiritual completeness, and divine order. Verse Genesis 7:16, Bible recounts how male and female of every living thing entered the ark and emphasizes the obedience of Noah and the animals to God's command, as well as the divine act of sealing them in the ark before the floodwaters began. So I wanted to add that on there because of this deep spiritual connection we all have with animals. So I asked Spirit, what do we need to focus on to connect with Christ consciousness today and for the weekend? So animals, those on the other side, and the ones you presently have, because they're all little healers. But remember, the main meaning here, they demonstrate true love. They demonstrate unconditional love, faithfulness, loyalty, honesty, all of it, non-judgmental. So I say we imitate and act like the animals. So learn from the animals and really, I think, really process that. But also observe the people in your life and who matches that. Are you surrounded by people that actually show you true love, or do they just say it and not take action? And I think that goes with the reading that we did previous to this one, that cutting ties with those who are not actually being true or for your highest good, that are not showing you true intentions, need to be cut off. So that's what I'm getting. That's what's coming through and what I need to say, I feel, for today and for as we move on to Saturday and Sunday. But I thank you all for being here. Remember that I'm going to share my website. Arcanashores.net is where you want to go if you want to schedule a reading. I'm having really good prices right now, especially because I know how things are right now, so I'm keeping it down. So $133 is for a one-on-one Zoom for a whole hour. You could do a Zoom or FaceTime. You can also get your palms read for only $30, and then also I have the Express crystal ball readings. You can send in 4 questions and I do a crystal ball reading or a card reading. So whatever you prefer. It's all on my website, arcanashores.net. But I'm really excited about the class that I'm offering, and I can't wait to just meet with all of you. So it'll be every Saturday, starting May 3rd to June 7th, from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Let me share, and then my website. So if you want to sign up for the class, you have to go to my website. Not my website, sorry. You have to go to my email, starcanashores@gmail.com. So this will all be in the description of the video. Okay, but I'm so excited. I hope you guys can come. There's no limit on how many can be in, but I hope to have all of you secured in your spots before April 29th, because it's only a few days before we actually start the class. So yeah, let me know, send me an email, and we'll go from there. But thank you all so much, and I will see you guys soon. I'll see you guys on Monday. We'll do a live Q&A, so if you forgot to send in your questions geopolitical today, don't worry. We have Monday. You guys take care, and I'll see you then. Bye.